Okay, that was Spy Family, Season 1, Episode 24.
That was one of my favorites. That was
it was
I
great.
That so much.
It was amazing.
I just love I already loved Becky's personality, but to get a little bit of backstory of why she so kind of quickly latched on to Anya in like I appreciate this girl way. Yeah. It makes so much more sense now that Anya was interesting to her. Like, she was like, I'm gonna be bored. I'm an adult and all these kids are immature. And then she finds literally the most interesting child in the world and befriends her.
You kind of got, like, the vibe of where they were gonna go because of Martha's reaction to things throughout the episode, but I thought that was a brilliant move, you know? Because they're usually, when you try to do like a similar plot in stories, you end up taking a lot longer to do it. And this was very quick and like hit all of the right spots, and the music was great. And once they changed the aspect ratio and had like the little panels come out, it looked like Mob Psycho. It was the best thing. I loved it so much.
The way that they gave us the information about Becky was so perfect, because they were like, okay, here's the shopping montage. This is the Becky that you've known for the interactions you've seen with Anya. It's fun. It's cute. They're trying on outfits. To me. Shops come to me. You're getting this little cute rich girl vibe. It's like this like a movie. I could envision it like, and then you get the moment of the one thing that's like in this mall that doesn't look classy or mature or adult. You know, all of the outfits that Becky tried on, we're all like going for a sophisticated look, going for a more mature look, you know?
Yeah.
And then Anya's looking at this keychain, and I'm thinking, when I'm looking at this, it's like, that's adorable, but that's also like very childlike to get something like that. And to then give us Becky internally kind of how she views how her parents talk to her, and how she's internalized it and kind of made it into her, like, these are the mottos I live by in my life. This is how I try to live, just by kind of taking what her parents have said to her and given, and they might have twisted it a little bit. She might have twisted it a little bit, you know? Like, maybe they do want her to have some fun, and they don't want her to be like this full-on adult as a child.
Yeah. It's almost like Becky is Sandra Bullock, and when Becky was a kid, knew how to have fun, but then has, like, obtained this very adult life where they're a lawyer and hold themselves up to this like very serious persona, and then out of nowhere Amy Poehler's character comes in. They haven't seen each other in like 30 years and reawakens that childlike, wonder that you don't have to change who you are as a person completely, but
Amy Poehler.
Yeah, but like to just it's not the most like prestigious professional looking thing, but just a piece of like personality or childlike wonder of that being the sheep like keychain is enough to just be like, I don't know, I love it so much. I'm so happy.
And then obviously Becky gets a lot out of this this whole encounter. I mean, yes, the whole reason was to get Anya to find something to wear to impress Damien, and obviously we all know as viewers that Damien sees Anya already through these rose-colored glasses that she's so cute.
Yeah.
So Anya, of course, doesn't need to wear anything. But from Becky's point of view, that is what adult women would do in order to get noticed or attention from a man. It's from the shows that she watches with the cat fights. You know, that's what she sees, is that the prettier person, the person that carries them in a certain way, gets that attention. But I also just love that she's, like, way more focused. Like, she feels that way, but she's way more focused on, like, helping Anya out in, like, a matchmaker-y way. It's really cute.
There was a bit that she kind of lost that way, like, and she had the whole pile of clothes that Martha was behind. But then, like, hearing how much fun this was for Anya, and that they were friends, and that this was her first time, she was like,
word friend.
Yeah, she was like reinvigorated and was like, let's find you stuff, you know?
Like, Becky didn't even think she wanted friends.
Yeah.
Or needed friends. You know, Becky was like, I'm an adult. I don't even need to go to school. What did she was like, I learned enough in nursery school or something.
And I don't doubt that, Becky. That being said, I am very happy that they gave me a little bit more to Becky as a character, because we've obviously loved Becky from the first time we've met her, but it's nice to have that more depth to be able to lean on for Anya.
It's like some relationships were really solidified and reassured in this episode. Obviously, we have what we've just talked about, Becky being reassured that Anya has fun with Becky and likes Becky and doesn't think Becky's a meanie.
Yeah.
And then we also had some reassuring in the earlier part of this
Don't
episode.
get me started, dude. That was we got so much. We were given so much, and I'm so we were given so much, and then we were given more by being given Becky and Frankie, and I'm so happy. Right off the bat, like, their interaction made me nervous. Them being alone before they even said anything, I was like, to pull this off and make me feel like wholesome and good, you have to, it's a gymnastics like nightmare, right? Because you have to balance the intricacies of these two people working against each other at the same time that we want there to be real emotion.
Yeah.
And how you reacted, like, first.
I got upset. I was upset when Lloyd started to do, like, oh, maybe she does have romantic feelings for me. I've messed with people's feelings, basically, in order to do a mission. I can do that again here. The honeypot. And I was about to get up and storm out of the room.
But how brilliant is that? Like, they know that. They, like, had to show that that was a potential route to you to be able to go the correct one.
Yes.
And they planted a hint prior to that, like I've done this before, with the 1 second, the longest second of my life, of Lloyd realizing that there could be romantic feelings there that are real. And more importantly, I think Lloyd, the actual Lloyd, reacting to it, right? Not Twilight. Like, it was so rewarding. So good.
It was nice to kind of go back, I guess, to, we're in this, like, oh, Lloyd's the father, oh, like, he's the spy, but we kind of forget that the first interaction that we had with Lloyd really was him doing the honeypot, fake dating someone, and messing with their feelings in one of his different appearances, and I'm really happy, especially with how they started this episode, bringing up something that Fiona and Lloyd talked about in the car in the episode earlier. Like, that is a great way to go to motivate Lloyd to have tried to fix this thing with Yor.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, it's motivation to, I want happy wife, happy life in order to keep the mission going in terms of, like, the home. But Lloyd's totally right. Like, not only was Yuri an issue there, and if Yuri got upset at Lloyd, but also if all of the people that live around them and the gossiping women started to think that Lloyd was cheating, like, that also, not only would it look bad for the mission, like, it could also maybe make your need to leave and not be the wife, because if everyone's telling her and coming up to her that Lloyd's cheating on her, then it forces Yor into a position where it would look weird or bad if she stayed, or she looked down upon if she stayed. And so for this marriage of convenience, it's convenient for both of them that it looks really real and nice and happy.
So that there's no risk of anything, which, if quick sidebar, I think that maybe one day, out of nowhere when we're least expecting it, there could be, like, a report that somebody filed for some shit reason, and just to, like, add that tension or, like, separate them.
I could see tension happening.
Yeah, which I don't want to happen, but I think could. Before we leave the whole interaction initially at the bar, one of my favorite lines this episode, because there were so many, I think one of the most important lines from Lloyd was, being with Yor throws me off.
Yeah. When he said that, I think we both audibly, like, repeated the line when we read it.
I like, man, that's so fulfilling and rewarding, dude, because that's not, like, it is Twilight, but it's Twilight being Lloyd and acknowledging the fact of the matter that there is some real substantial difference when it comes to Yor that is outside of something that he can completely control. Right. And it's amazing. It's so good.
As someone that's so romance-minded, of course I wanted there to possibly be maybe an admission internally that there could be romantic feelings, maybe on yours end. But they really are keeping me on my toes with how both Lloyd and Yor feel about each other, and with this circumstance that they're in, it's still for both of them, the primary in their heads is the convenience of it. And I think we said that maybe they would just grow into actually liking each other. But it definitely seems like both of them also have maybe roadblocks to keep them from even thinking about someone romantically.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that even occurs to both of them that they could think about each other like that or think about someone like that.
Yeah.
Like, both of them are so, like, it's my job, and, oh, I want to be good as a wife, and it's like, wife, I think mother and wife was, like, the title of this part.
Yeah.
And Yor's doing a fantastic job in title as a mother and a wife. But they're definitely missing out on, like, Lloyd and Yor being married for some of the other aspects of what a wife and a husband and marriage is.
It makes everything more real, too, when you add those layers. Because even at the beginning, when there wasn't any, like, actual romance, there was a spark that, like, of reality, of realism, that let us believe there could one day be a romance between them.
Yes.
And like, as the show's gone on, that spark that initially happened begins to dull episode by episode if there's no match to reignite it. And this felt so good.
They got comfortable and content kind of with how life was. And this is the first time really majorly that the boat was kind of rocked a little bit. They need that reassuring that of how they feel and that they want to continue to be in this position, because I mean, that's something that you have to do, is you constantly have to ask for the consent, the reassuring that the other person still is on the same page as you. Because what it makes me think of is what Yor brought up, which is then when she was thinking internally before drinking all of that alcohol, was she should step back if Lloyd does in fact have romantic feelings for someone. And I liked hearing that too.
I really enjoyed how they handled the theme of jealousy here, because in one sense that Yor will probably never know there was a real potential threat.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless of that, regardless of if there was or wasn't, I don't think that there's ever anything wrong with how Yor felt this episode if you try to apply it to real life. I think that feeling jealousy is a normal human thing that a lot of people try to act like they don't feel, and then it makes the people who feel jealous even weirder. But I think that it's all about how you handle it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about how you communicate it and how you use it, because I think it can make you stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Anne and I have been boyfriend girlfriend for a long time, and within the first like month or two, there was something, without getting too deep, that I think Anna and I both were like kind of like feeling jealousy feelings about something. And at dinner one night, we just kind of said fuck it, and like I was like, you know what, this is kind of stupid of us. Are you feeling like this too? Are we feeling jealous about this kind of thing? And you're like, yeah. And like we were like, okay, so we're both kind of being stupid, but we're together on this.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about it. Like, it's something that communication is so important, man. And even though it took Yor a bit to really, express her feelings.
Alcohol too.
Yeah, I really just appreciate how they handled it, because it's something that should be reciprocated with in a delicate manner if you try to put it forward in a delicate manner, and that's exactly what Lloyd did. Of course, part of me is just like, oh my god, more information about Lloyd's past, so cool. But I'd be lying if I said the thing that stuck with me more than anything was like the content of what he said and like what was actually put forward. It touched my heart, dude.
That whole exchange, obviously, as Lloyd is about to wake up, was really, really beautiful. And I think the part of it that is the most beautiful is that Lloyd tells Yor a little bit about his childhood.
It's
like
so real.
The real guy, not Twilight, not Lloyd Forger. The real guy shared a little bit about himself. Like, I don't even think that anything that Lloyd says or does, or what food he likes to eat, or anything like that, is necessarily real and authentic to the actual person underneath the disguises.
I don't think Lloyd... I don't know if Lloyd firmly believes that what he's doing is the actual correct way to solve, to get world peace. Because, when you remove the Twilight aspect of it and look at what he's saying, I think that there might be room for that person being Lloyd to come forward in a way and maybe carve their own path.
Because kind of what he's saying is that even when there was the possibility of bombs falling...
Okay, wait, can we read it? I have it pulled up right here because the lines are so good.
When I was little, though I can't remember her face anymore, I loved being in my mother's arms. Even on nights when we could have been bombed at any moment, just having my mother by my side allowed me to sleep soundly. My mother was strong. Anya tells me all the time that even if she's in danger, her mama will come and save her, so she'll be okay.
It's
like he's realizing what real peace is, and at least acknowledging it out
without
loud
even
here,
thinking about
without
it.
even thinking about it. Like a child's peace, I think that is realistic to what even as an adult's peace. Like your home, your family, the people you love, the people that you want beside you, if they are happy, healthy, and right there next to you, then like that is peace on earth.
I love the attention to detail. There's taped X's on the windows for if there are bombs to make sure the glass doesn't shatter. There's tea presumably on the table, and then Yor says when they get home that she's gonna make tea. And I love, man, it's so good. It's like, what can I say? It's so good, right?
And honestly, I also have a question here. Like right after that, Yor brings up the possibility of Fiona replacing her, and Lloyd is basically saying that just she wouldn't be a good mother. And I do wonder, is that Lloyd's, Fiona has offered many times now to Lloyd to switch out, replace Yor. What if Lloyd is so focused on the mission and it is his job as a spy to make this mission go as successfully as possible? Is it really the best choice to keep Yor in the mother role and not another spy who's super duper talented? Is he being selfish in a way to keep the family unit how it is and how he might feel comfortable in?
Romance brain, maybe. I believe him here, though, when he says that and you can't fake everything that Yor has been through. Her life and her entire life, this is one of the things that she's best at, because she has done it her whole life, and I don't think you can fake that even if you are a spy.
So he's seeing, like, in a way he's seeing that the person that plays the mother should be focused on making the household strong and happy and believable, and that he is the father and the spy is the one to undergo truly the dangers of the mission.
I wanted to say two more things that I'd written down. One of them is one of the scenes that we have pulled up is a side view of Lloyd, and it's on the park bench, and it's after the fact that he got hit in the chin. Very glad Lloyd does not have a goatee. I don't think that, chin hair right there would suit him very well. So I wanted to say that. Another thing that I wanted to say was what Frankie said to Anya.
I think we both felt a little bit question mark after he said that. How do you just randomly, Anya's looking outside, waiting for them, and he asks this child, how do you like your mom and dad?
Hey, do you like your mom and dad?
Hey, do you like them? It's a question he wants to know. And why does he want to know? Why is Frankie asking this little kid that, other than, do you like your mom and dad? Do you love them? In
my head, I imagine at some point in interaction of Frankie being like, Lloyd, Twilight, I know you're Twilight. Sorry for stepping to you, but you realize what the outcome is going to be.
Right.
To this kid.
Yor's an adult.
You are going
Yor
to
has been through stuff.
You are going to do to a kid what was done to you.
Take away their parents. It's devastating to think about. Obviously, both the mother and the daughter here are players in a fake family, but the only one who consented to being a part of a fake family was Yor. Yor consented to being a marriage of convenience and a mother to Anya to keep up this marriage of convenience. Anya did not... Well, she did out of excitement of spy, but she has never once thought that this could end. I think in her mind, she doesn't think She does in a way.
I don't
She's
think
like,
she's
oh,
letting herself.
if the mission doesn't go well, then Papa and Mom will get rid of me. But it's not like she's actually really, truly, I think, understanding that she really could go back. I don't know. It's like, maybe she is, and maybe she's so scared of it, and that's why she wants to be great. But I don't think she's actually... I think she's purposefully trying to not think about it too much.
Or, like, she's a kid at the end of the day. She could just think, okay, well, if this mission goes well, then the world's saved, and we can all live happily together. Yeah. And it breaks my heart on one hand.
It's like a burden on her back to try to keep the family together.
I also see a potential, like, route the story goes in getting close to the ending. Anya sees through Bond that the future of Victory is going to lead to them separating, and she's going to try to do everything she can at that point to sabotage the mission. And, like, that's a route that I don't want to happen, but I could see them going down. They have so many options.
Anya's fighting for the world peace that we just saw Lloyd remember.
Yeah. God. The whole Lloyd's mother thing, I had no idea we were ever going to go there. That really caught me off guard. It was so good.
It was very comedic, but also very sweet when Yor was like, and I don't remember the rest of the words. Yeah. But it was just so cute and nice.
So does that mean that they were singing the same song, at least in the beginning?
Yeah.
It's nice. Wonder if
I'm sure maybe Yor sang it to Yuri. Maybe that's a memory Yor has from when she was even really young.
My mind wants to try to, like, think of theories and connections and stuff, but at the end, like, I just want to appreciate this episode. It was one of the best ones, definitely. Okay, you good?
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time. Because it's something that should be reciprocated with in a delicate manner. Because it's something that should be reciprocated with in a delicate manner. Should be reciprocated with in a delicate manner.
Should be reciprocated with in a delicate manner.